What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Bee Gees as we continue with their 1997 album Still Waters. Thank you again to Lisa, as well as to Amy and Kim and Adam and everyone involved in this deep dive. And the next tune is I Could Not Love You More, which suggests a complete or as intense as possible devotion and positive emotional feeling. Now, of course, I'm reading this context as a romantic relationship. To be fair, love can mean different things, and it could be love for your family or love for someone else in a platonic or non-romantic sense. But yes, my expectation is that this will relate to romantic love and feeling like there is no possible way you could love more than you already do, which I suppose you could see on both sides of the sentiment, meaning there is a finite, if indefinite or hard to discern, boundary or amount of love that any one person can express or feel, but then the other side of it is that you are completely, utterly, and absolutely loving someone, and there is no greater height to which you could possibly go that you have not already scaled in that regard. So yes, I'm expecting it to be more in the latter, meaning seen as a positive, not in terms of the boundary and what is beyond that or more than any one person can give. So I'm talking too much already. Let's give a listen to it. This is the Bee Gees. The song is I Could Not Love You More, and it's from their 1997 album Still Waters.
Now that we're alone, no more hide and seek. You are the highest dream to me, and as you softly sleep, then I can tell you what it means. Locked in my arms like lovers lie, I will not let you slip away. Is this the summer of the month? Is it my night of nights that you came to stay? You are owner of my heart, just the way that love should be. And there is something I must say to you. If you promise to believe that it's you I'm living for, then I could not love you more. Seasons may come and seasons go, but these are the true words I know. Face to face, eye to eye. This is the summer of our lives, one love that cannot die. You are owner of my soul, never let you say not love you more.
A lovely tune with some flourishes, even an explosion along the way. And in fact, at that big escalation in the back half of the tune, I swear there was timpani in there. It felt like more than just a tom or a snare or even a kick drum on a normal drum set. Nevertheless, I do once again enjoy the classic Bee Gees flavor, but with a bit of a 90s production sound. So you can tell it's more recent than some of the material, or I think most of the material I've gone through up until this point. But it still sounds unmistakably like the Bee Gees, and I don't just mean with their vocals, though obviously I do mean that, and I think that's Barry on lead. And admittedly, like, I don't even really know this portrayal, but I'm aware that on SNL, Jimmy Fallon used to do an impression of Barry where he had this very breathy, like choppy type of speaking mannerism. And there's a couple moments in here where like I get where that came from because he really has the breathy delivery. But it's funny because at a couple different points he's doing that and then he like switches into a fuller voice for a word or a phrase and then continues on. So yeah, very dynamic vocal performance. Definitely there's some backing vocals that give a nice texture to the vocal dimension of the overall sonic atmosphere. And there was a moment where I thought I heard a female voice. Now obviously all three of them can sing in a very high register, and so maybe, you know, because I'm thinking about the woman he's singing to, maybe my brain like heard that in an incorrect way, but I swear for a moment there was a female voice. Nevertheless, it's interesting because he is singing specifically to a woman, and he's singing to a woman. It's like, I think the opening verse gives the setting, which is to say they're back home again, they're in bed, he's holding her as tight as he can, as lovers do, and he's then gonna sing to her while she sleeps what she means and what the significance of their love is. And he's also making a broader point about, you know, wanting to love and not let them slip away, and this is the way love should be. So he's saying, like, you know, this is the ideal. We have exactly what they talk about in stories and movies and classic tales of romantic love. So I think it is very specifically directed, but he's seeing it in the context of what is possible in the world of human emotion and indeed devotional romantic emotion. And he's saying in that regard, I'm giving everything. I couldn't love you more because I love you completely and totally. So yeah, it's a very sweet sentiment, and the sonic atmosphere of most of it, again, has this very tender and soft feel to it, but it's flourished almost as if he's feeling a billowing up or an explosion of emotion as he's articulating this to her while she's sleeping and giving her this essentially lullaby of love while she slumbers. So yeah, I feel like in a way, and at least on an interpretation that is fair, the sonics lend audio power to the very sentiments that he's describing lyrically or thematically. So yes, a nice syncing of vocals, themes, and sonics overall. So again, I think you can hear this is the 90s, has a bit of an R&B feel, not like a, you know, not like Boys to Men or something, not that type of R&B, but it has a bit of that like 90s emotional R&B type ballad to it, even if again it is unmistakably Bee Gees, and it has a very nuanced composition. We can hear those little strums of the acoustic guitar. There's some string synths, I believe, or maybe proper strings. Actually, maybe I'm inclined more to think the latter. But then, as I said, these moments where it gets a bit more intense and the drums come in, you could hear it on the ride cymbal. Maybe it was the hi-hat. But as I said, at that one point, it was like, wait, was that a timpani? That felt like a timpani. So, yes, another lovely tune from them. I do wonder about that voice, whether that was just Barry. And there was this, like, backing vocal that I think was also Barry, because it just had that trademark, like, hallmark Barry, you know, when he goes into the heights, there's a sound that he has that, you know, to more than anything when it comes to their three voices, can clearly identify to me that, wait, I think that's Barry. So yeah, there was that moment, but there was another moment where I wondered if it was a female vocal, but it wasn't throughout the tune, which makes me second guess myself, because if it was like a duet where there's a guest female vocalist, I would maybe expect her to be on more of the track, So maybe I just misheard that, and it is actually one of the brothers who did that. Nevertheless, a lovely little tune. Thank you again to Lisa for this album, and we have plenty more Bee Gees to go through beyond this album. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.